Not swift enough, I say. Oh, good. I was standing and staring at Dari's ass in her orange robe. There was a mat suppressor ball in my hand. Quickly put it in my pocket. It worked. Yeah, so any item he carries comes with him. Again, just... that's convenient. The ass is moving appetizingly. Yeah, that's worth a drink. You know, I almost had some hope for the sit-down when it was like a rebellion thing in the slums. 20 minutes and we're right back to where we were. Bravo, writer. That was stupid. Ass was... I read that. Digging around the ground, bending low. Ha, Onyx seems to be repeating my ways. See you again, I warned you yesterday. Stop, I got it. It just seemed to me like you'd not want to spend all life under the dome with no one to talk to. And you probably got bored, so we walk around the city. In prison? Do you start again? Was it in making fun of a poor girl? Don't mock me. I'm not. I really want to bring all the prisoners to a walk. But I need your help. Are you in? I hesitate for a moment. Loneliness. Now she's going crazy from a lack of communication. Help even if we're caught again or killed. I want to look at the world beyond the walls of the dome once again. Then we need to find a field generator. It cannot be destroyed with bare hands. Even telekinesis won't help. Do you think we have not tried? So you know where it is? How? Well, we ransacked everything here. What? Aren't you in prison? Our movements inside the dome are not restricted. Not much of a prison, then. And sometimes all girl prisoners go to the generator. Every one of those sentences needs to be explained. I wonder why. Does it prey on you? I lowered her eyes and blushed a little. Oh, we're all people. In some parts of the generator... Oh, for God's sakes. Ugh. Really? The basement was completely dark. The girl was finding her way by feel. I was holding the fabric of her overalls. Humming was getting louder as we moved closer to the generator. Fighting on my hand touched smooth metal. Ah, indeed it was vibrating. I imagine which... enough. It's time for action. The suppressor ball under my arm was channeling on the metal. Humming began to subside. Did it really work? Let's go. Rushed back, bumping into walls and pipes. The light of the sun blinded us, and my eyes adjusted to the light. We saw the sky. Dari began to shout enthusiastically. There's no dome. This is the sky. The real sky. You're my hero. Isn't the dome clear? Chugged me and started kissing my cheeks. Lip. Kisses lingered. Sorry, I got carried away. Not really a thing to apologize for. Do tell everyone they are free. Now, done. I sent a message on the local network. Oh, they're already getting out of their cells. Indeed, men and women in orange got out of their houses and froze looking at the sky. Now tell everyone to run to the Outcast. We'll think about what to do next. So you don't even have a plan? Yep, but Lackey from Outcast was thinking about it. Surely thought up something. Oh, look. We noticed the movement too late. Turning, we noticed Garda. She rushed to greet us with speed. Prisoners, proceed yourselves for time. Excuse me. Technically, you know what? I don't want to let that go. They bring him to a generator? Really? Why can't you just issue them vibrators if it's that desperately important? Or at the very least, sex bots. You know, guys have sex bots. Where's the girl sex bot? How come they have to hump a generator? That's stupid. You're not allowed to leave the next moment it exploded. Okay, as if she stepped on a mine in the grass. I was washed over synthetic scraps of flesh and still there was no blood. Robot and android. Why? Face distorted with fury. Ah! Why? Do you want to go back to the cell? Do it without me. She ran towards the city. I hesitated for a moment, then ran after two. Hell, you could have guessed how it would turn out. Garda is the only army of the city of the world. Who is to blame? But I liked androids more than local people. Ugh. Figure in orange bustled, bulleted into the sky and disappeared into the horizon. I see. This is the prisoner that can levitate. I did not expect that he could develop this kind of speed. There was a clap. Did he go over the supersonics? How did he get caught then? What do we do now? Where do we go? Anywhere, in any direction. Outcasts live in the cliffs around the island. Oh, look. She's just tiny down there. I saw her. You didn't blow her up. You just shrunk the sprite, or the art asset. And you didn't even move it off the screen. More guy came to sight. There was a crunch and squeeze. Wad on the side of the ball, heavily in the grass. Prisoner who was near it kicked it. It wasn't a ball. It was his job, not Daria's. Good. She was just tiny. There's nothing good, of course. I don't want to watch some of my friends, none of them are your friends, killing others. You only know Daria, and again for like 10 minutes max. I hope she'd not feel any pain when her modules are destroying. We'd been racing on some deserted side streets for God knows how long. We heard sounds of many feet behind us. All prisoners, without saying a word, followed us instead of splitting up. Not a good idea. If they catch us, then it will be over for everyone. But our way was littered with chips and pieces of destroyed androids. I've just realized the power that I had set free. What a powerful genie I had released out of the lamp. Consequences, schmonsequences. Once again, we fell straight on the road to get some rest. How long will this marathon last? The fugitive convicts were talking loudly. They're no longer afraid of accidentally killing each other. It seems a bit of practice has taught them to control their powers. Or if they just found a perfect enemy they can aim their deadly fury at. An enemy who explodes without pouring blood fountains on its killers. And who does not scream in pain. Maybe they believe that everything will be different, or they will just tire of loneliness like Dari. They were tired of communicating by the local network, now wanted to hear real worlds. To pat a friend on his shoulder or to hug a girl. I know some of them broke into pairs and passionately making out. Of course they did. There was a clapping sound in the sky, a shadow flash, and a girl in orange just in front of us. A person could barely peel himself from the back. Lackey, how'd you find us? The girl, and I thought Daria, was talking to the guy, lay on the ground. Wait, what? There's a sound, a shadow flashed, and a girl in orange ascended in front of us. A person could barely peel off himself from her back. Ah. So Dari can just fly or some shit, I guess. Lay on the ground, she was exhausted after carrying such a big man on her back. You should have seen yourself from above. The orange crowd cannot be missed, especially from such a height. Then he changed to a loud whisper and covered his mouth theatrically with one hand. Never thought I would ride a girl, especially in the literal sense, and what a body she has. And beer. Ugh. The girl plane snorted, but looked quite happy. She laid her hands behind her head and stretched out on the grass under a tree. Now the bad news. Curator of Crystal City escaped into another universe. He left his twin from another universe to deal with all this mess. But his... Wait, what? You just know about this? So you know about the universe thing... And somehow you know the curator did this, but just yesterday you were like, I don't believe in magic. Ugh. But his twin have not been in this world for a long time, so he cannot be of any aid to us. So you knew everything. About the Wardens of the World? Yeah, I'm a key person myself. I was conducting an internal investigation. Of course. Local supervising Professor Martin was slightly carried away by playing God. Why didn't you tell me anything? I didn't know a lot of things myself. For example, that you are also a key, that Hanare is your twin brother, and your doppelganger as well. First of all, doppelganger is what you're looking for. And secondly, that... I'm aware they're... I think it's fraternal twins that don't look alike, but... saying your twin is your doppelganger, just, it's a bit redundant. It's not necessarily redundant, but it's a bit redundant. I did not know whether we would start the revolt right now or wait. It wasn't part of my plans either. But the settlement of outcasts will collapse soon enough, and you volunteered to help. So I'm sorry, but now I play in open. Fair. What else can you do? The uprising has led to no good. I think we're just being driven out of the city like a flock of wild, dangerous predators. We live in the outcast settlements and we'll die eventually. Curator's escaped. His doppelganger is useless. It's not even Gander anymore, it's doppelganger. It's doppelganger. Therefore, you have to play in the open, you have no choice. Well, in general, it's true. Lackey portrayed confusion, but I did not trust him. Everyone lies, each has his own game, even Selena. Sure. She's remotely operated a taxi, driving me and Lackey, sighing sadly. What part did she take in all this? How do you know it was her that was driving the taxi? Tell me everything you know. Mary looked at me with mad eyes. So many strange and unexplained mysteries fell on her, I even felt sorry for her. Can this end, please? Professor Ting conducted genetic research for us. He had asked us to return him to his world of magic. The thing you don't believe in. But there was the twin from Crystal City conducting his research already. He tried to make a scientific basis for magic. My professor began to study diligently local sciences. The fun part is that he was quite good. Making an artificial key person is a pretty big deal. Although not everything went smoothly, he faced a real failure with portal persons, even worse than with Selena. They lack you wave to a crowd of fugitives. They're not suitable for transfers, and even dangerous. I was frantically looking at resting prisoners. Are they all portal persons? They're planned to be, but their abilities... Tin destroyed almost all key persons in Crystal Cities during his experiments. Unstable portals killed key persons as soon as they began their rituals for transitions. That's why some freak cut Dari. Savages. Highly developed savages. I wonder how you and I managed to survive, or how our local twins did. I don't fully understand what he wanted. Maybe he wanted to create an army of portal persons, but why? Perhaps he deliberately sabotaged the research. As a result, he got a lot of people with superpowers. Probably wanted to turn the world of science into a world of his favorite magic, but he was winning away anyway. So in this world where everyone's naked and has sex, it wasn't good enough for you that, you know, you were a chief scientist mastermind. You had to create psychics so that you could still have a world of magic, along with rampant future tech and sex. If he had luck, he would populate the island with espers created in laboratories of the city. If not, the wardens would restart this world, and he would be taken back since he had not fulfilled his given task. Stop, the wardens would do what? Why would they restart the world? Well, they would prepare the ground for another society of different social systems, as after the flood. We put curators in key positions for a reason. Explicitly or implicitly, they spur and guide the development of all known worlds. See, Aki, we created paradise. Nothing about this is paradise. In all universes. And angels help us. I forgot that God existed in this game. That's worth another drink. Blech. Oh, look at Dari. But now I have the same stunned face. And why does she have to know all this? Oh yeah, she's a portal person, apparently. Lackey just tries to recruit us. Well, tell me, will anyone refuse to become a builder of paradise? It's... what? Will anybody refuse to become a builder of paradise? It's so noble. Do you say that angels help you? I caught a skeptical note in my voice. Well, or we help them, depends how you look at it. And you don't have a problem with them gone. Exactly, the Crystal City is far from the ideal, but the angels have disappeared. I would have given anything for the information about where to find him. How tempting it is to become one of the builders of paradise on Earth. Not... to see angels, to bring happiness in so many universes wherever you are able to reach. To hand this happiness by force without informing those whom you are going to make happy. To make them enjoy life. Give them freedom. Freedom... this isn't freedom! For example, the freedom to choose edible dicks and tits for breakfast, or the freedom to have sex in public. I completely forgot about this guy's weird obsession with sex breakfast. And, whatever. I so want this game to be done. First, you clear the area. For example, you create the Great Flood, which destroy consequences of the previous failed experiments. You won't let go the one who was let to you or secrets. Warden Lackroix was silent. The answer was obvious. Was it? I'm not even sure the question was obvious. I think I know why and on whose orders Hana Ray had to kill his twin brother. You said anything for the information. Can it be considered an offer of the transaction? Warden was silent. Also, where's my twin? Shouldn't he have shown up by now? I'm not going to shoot the breeze on every corner about your secret Masonic lodge. I just want to come back home. To the lost world and the suburbs where no one cares about you. Alright, it's a deal. If you have information, then give it to me and go. So I tell him about the angels, and then he sends me back to Earth. Can I trust you? Try it. You've got no choice left. That's not the right answer. Can I trust you? Well, I mean, you have 0 options, so you might as well give it a shot, right? Looked at Dari, she was serious and a little surprised. She couldn't understand how possibly to say no to this. What is the question? After all, I was offered to rule the fate of the entire worlds. Were you? To bring happiness for all for free, so that no one is left offended, so that no one leaves. Is that what's happening? I didn't get that. Agreed. Held up my hand, like shook it firmly and confidently, as if he wanted to prove they could be trusted. Took on my glasses that I thought I didn't have and handed them to the warden. Oh, right, the module thing. Angels are beings of information. Perhaps there's a way to lock them out of the carrier. I saw one of them here in an advertising screensaver. Did you? Mackie stared at the glasses, making no attempt to take them. This is not the carrier. Where can it be the carrier? Looked at the nearest building. Why did you bring everyone to the did you bring everyone to the data center for a reason? I followed his gaze and almost laughed, but I managed to restrain myself. Let him think everything was going according to my plan. I'm also in the game. We just happen to be in the right spot. Isn't that convenient? I support that, writer. I want to be done with this as much as you do. And that I did just randomly stop and rest at the right place in the right time. Alright, citizens of the prison. Anyone who wants to become equal members of society, anyone who wants to turn the world upside down, listen to my command. Keep the perimeter defense. We liberate the angels that are here somehow? Prisoner made noise and began to rise from the ground surrounding the computing center. They were needed again. They're fighting for the future and the future of the world. Warden now had the most dangerous power in the world with just a few words. I really don't want to stand in the way. But for me, it's too late to think about it now. Both of us stepped in the door and I looked back. Daria, are you with us? No, I'm still needed here. What? Aren't we all going? What are you needed here for? Go and be a hero. If that was sarcasm, I didn't catch it. Stood in front of a huge calculating device in spacious rooms and white walls and staring at the futuristic machinery. Now what? How the hell do I know? I don't know where and how angels are shut. This machine is unknown to me. Did we lose? I don't know yet, but it looks like we did. When the walls began to move, Lackey shuddered, but I was already used to this. Hi, Celine. How are you here? So, did you want to get here, but you couldn't without lines on the road? My name is Selly. The professor took Selena away. I am a double from the other side. More precisely, I am the one that was creating Crystal City. Oh, great. Hello, Selly. I'm Aki, a friend of Selena. I really hope that she considered me a friend. I know, look through the records of her terminal. You're a perv. Briefly, as you know, it is easy for an artificial intelligence. She really wanted to be friends with you. But the professor subdued her. She could not disobey him. Funny, I have more freedom than a real person, though a defective one. Do not call her like that. You call her like this. Selena! Sorry. She is not defective. She's special. Fucking what? Whatever you say. Wait, so she brought me closer to Doc's clinic on his instructions. She was an operator of the taxi. I heard her sighs. And I, the old fox, tricked us as was planned. The curator did a revolt by our hands. The same old schemer. Wardens underestimated him. And our trip to the cafe in Deviant's terminals still have feedback. They must have. It's too big a temptation to manage all the people in the world. Well played, Professor. It was all part of his plan. You are only humans, though you're trying to play gods. Marty thinks much more global. Do you really think you can release the angels? Well, you can try. Although let's not waste time. Perhaps I'll just kill you. So she's a bad guy now. Cool. Pulled a weapon from a robe. Frivolous, almost toy pistol. The lackey turned pale. It's a sin. So what? Commandments are for people. Just kill him. Kill both of them and end the game. Lackey's temple shone with sweat. So what? Schemer, are you scared? You used to have somebody else do your dirty work, but this time it's the other way around. What do you mean you used to have someone else do the dirty work? He went and kidnapped a woman. Selena raised the gun. Warden blinked, but I took the first step. What do you want yourself? No, don't tell. I will guess. The albino with an artificial intelligence turned the gun at me. Pull the trigger, please. I swear to you, if you pull the trigger and kill him, I take back everything I said about this game. It's a masterpiece. Just kill him and end this, please. You want to free the world from people, free these good, God-fearing citizens who do not cause harm to each other. You know, except for the ones that do. Instead, they aim their anger at Gardas. Mock them. Jam them up. Took another step. Shut up. What do you even mean with any of that? I know, Garda, her artificial intelligence, is my friend. Of course it is. Chuckled, taking another step. I don't want to repeat myself, but I do hope that she considered me her friend as well. And I liked Garda more than real people of this world. You're lying. No, bunny, I am not. Look at the logs of the cafe where we went with Celine. They stopped for a few seconds, stared at nothing. Then I noticed confusion on our face. It proves nothing. Stepped even closer. A toy gun. It's not a toy, clearly! I really do not want to die. I want you to. Especially after I met so many nice people. Lynn, Dari, Selena, Garda. You. Girl I just met who's only pulled a gun at me. I'm sure you're nice. Fucking Christ almighty. Like, comment, subscribe, ask my shrewd negotiators. Talk to you later, see you around, toodaloo, Patreon, etc.